You've stumbled upon Creeping with Armstrong. Run for your lives.
I had to compare our
This could
school
be
show.
all of 20 years ago then, are we talking?
Yes, absolutely.
Goodness me.
To compare our school show, which I had to wear...
What did you have to compare it to?
Exactly, like a summer's day.
Okay.
And I was wearing, I can see it mentally in my mind now, a turquoise bow tie and cummerbund, which I looked most fetching in, and I had to do like a couple of jokes. Just that. It was we were doing a production of Hair at the time, and
Were you blacked up as well, Joe?
only below the waist. So that was the first thing I had to do, and then the big finale to the show was that everyone from my year had to be involved in the production of Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat. Now, you would have thought the fact that I'd already had to be on stage at the age of 12 for about 20 minutes, comparing and introducing...
I bet you had to have a little lie down and...
No, I didn't. No, you know me, I'm mad up for a performance. So I'd already had to do 20 minutes of it. They're like, well, no, we need you in Joseph as well. I'm like, well, I can't do anything major.
What did
So
you play in Joseph?
I had to be one of the hairy Ishmaelites, which featured me having the outfit was just a potato sack and naught else apart from the underclass.
Did you have your
Cummerbund
at the same time, and I had sort of like a Captain Birdseye brown beard, and I was slightly browned up. I wasn't blacked up, I was browned up for that.
Yeah.
And then we had to do. Then some Ishmaelites, a hairy crew came marching by, and we had to walk onto stage, off stage, up and down the aisle. And one of the other hairy Ishmaelites, who had to be
Who actually was one of the first guys to get pubes in our school.
Cool.
No.
And the other reason he was one of the hairy Ishmaelites is that he couldn't read, so therefore his PE part would have been beyond him.
Just like all
at
Jews.
the time.
I can remember him in the changing rooms running around with his large member and pubes and rubbing it on another boy's face. And then whacking his running spikes on the floor to make sparks to scare all the other kids as well.
I don't remember the running.
Fire!
That's what he was like.
Yeah, it
That's
was
what he was
I'm
like.
scaring you with my manhood.
The Stone Age children of his childhood.
What I wanted you to talk about, Ross, was I was thinking about festivals, and I thought one of my favourite ever stories from festivals is when you went away to Reading, and what happened when you went and saw the first ever appearance of the Foo Fighters.
Oh yeah, it was really good because just before they came on.
This is why I usually stay away from
Yeah,
festivals.
it was in a tent, so but they had a barrier at the front and the back for some reason. And then while they was waiting for Foo Fighters to come on, first UK appearance, they started playing Nirvana tunes in there, so everyone started going mental.
Yeah.
And I was on the front.
The floor.
No, I was on the front barrier, but my feet got taken off the ground. I was laying horizontal, just crushed up against the barrier. And
Thinking Hillsborough.
Yeah, exactly.
so the barrier moved, and all the bouncers, like all the security people, fell off the barrier.
And shat themselves.
Yeah. And Dave Grohl had to come out and tell everyone to calm down, otherwise they're not allowed to come on.
Yeah.
People were crawling up the side of the tent to get out of the mass thing, and they were spraying hose pipes over everything. And I was asking them, could you get me out? Because my feet are on the ground. And they just were ripping all my clothes off. Because they couldn't pull me out. So I ended up like just
semi-naked.
Yeah, well, I just had a pair of shorts at the end.
Robinson Crusoe.
Covered in, I had to go and buy an Ash t-shirt with a soggy £5 note because they'd been spraying us all with water.
Did you then get that t-shirt signed, Ross?
Yeah.
Is it that t-shirt?
That is the very t-shirt.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's not the story that I was thinking
What a
of.
confluence of stories.
So what do you think?
I thought it was the time at that same Reading where, again, you were all crunched in and you couldn't move, and again you said that you couldn't, your arms were pinned down by your sides.
No, it was Green Day when someone was pissing on me.
That's the one! That will be why I don't do festivals.
Yeah, this guy, he collapsed against my back and he was like, whispering in my ear, I'm so sorry.
It's like after, like the lights have gone out in a prison cell, isn't it? I'm sorry.
But as he was just pissing all over me. And I was so squashed I couldn't turn around, so I was trying to poke him in the eye.
That's what always made me laugh, the fact that your arms were pinned down by your side and you were trying to elicit a violent response and couldn't.
And I ended up getting stages after that festival.
Oh. What about being in a toilet and having to punch someone in the face, Cleaver? Tell me that story, I guess.
No, that was when after a night out in Bournemouth, I was having a pee in the train station toilets, and some guy came in sort of dressed as Trent Reznor and punched me in the back of the head, so I got crumpled up into the urinal and knob out. And then he started trying to kicking me when I was trying to tuck myself away and didn't get back up. And I was going, well, what is it? And he kept saying, "What, you hit me? I want to feel the pain." And I said, I don't want it, and they started headbutting me in the face, and I was trying to walk away because I didn't want to get involved in a fight with some guy who was obviously
insane.
Yeah, and then my girlfriend, and I was out on the platform, then my girlfriend at the time saw me, this guy starting at me, she shouted my name and sort of run over the bridge. And I said, I said her name, and I said, don't come over it. And then when he heard me talk to this girl, he said, like, if you're not going to hurt me, he goes, I'm going to go and beat her up. Yeah. So I punched him in the face, and he went down.
I like the economy of scale there. I'm not going to get in a fight. I'm not going to get in a fight with this bloke because he's nuts. In that case, I will.
You did.
Yeah.
I think that there was a look of sadness in your eyes. I'm not going to lie, Ross. You look like you were feeling that.
Yeah.
Not a dry ice in the house. Dry ice in the
house.
We've got dry ice stories, but we haven't got time to go through that.
I've taken a hit off a dry ice machine on a number of occasions.
A smoke machine.
A smoke machine.
Yeah. Or sat on top of one.
Yeah.
And ridden it like a cock horse.
No, we had
through the corridors of UX.
No, while we was trying at university, when John was, he built a giant canine.
Oh, how can I forget? I'll never forget that.
Canine is.
Were you there?
No, but
I've seen it.
Yeah, but we went there when we did the
seminar on canine.
And we wanted to have a smoke machine, but we went down to the theatrical supply place, and they said the only one they had was called a Pea Souper.
Yeah, they didn't have a mini mist to fans of industrial-sized smoke machines. Yeah. The mini mist is about the size of the car battery.
Right.
The Pea Souper is about the size of a
small child.
A chair.
That's probably about 2 metres square.
Yeah, 2 metres square.
Yeah, and then we had
it's like a very large kettle. It's got a huge filament inside.
But we didn't realise that. And then we got there was a girl who and they said, well, we can get some dry ice from this, and you might get some remnants. And there was a girl with us with a tight top and big bosom, so we had to go and ask the guy.
Excellent.
And we got bags and bags of free dry ice.
Yeah. Something's never.
And we got back to the college, and we put a bit of this dry ice in the water and a little bit of smoke trickled out as we said, we're going to have to put it all in. But then we went off, left this Pea Souper on, but what we didn't realise is that it was heating the water up. And I was in the room next door, and we fashioned this big pipe that went up the wall,
which
through the
quite similar to this ceiling. Yeah. Went over through the cavity ceiling and into the next room by means of an invisible pipe.
Yeah, and then I was in this room with a massive bag of dry ice and this big bubbling cauldron, and listening to my cue, which was like the Doctor Who music coming on, being blasted through.
Played through a guitar amp.
And so when that started up, I poured this dry ice
tape machine.
I poured this dry ice in, and then this cauldron started going, and it was actually rocking around on the floor, and the room just filled with dry smoke at that point, and I was like, I can't see a thing.
It shot out like a geezer.
So I grabbed the lid, and I was trying to force the lid on with all this stuff, but it was all shaking around, and I had to stand on it and bolt it on, and then I ran around the room to so I had to pull a little piece of fishing wire to make canine
move forward with his eyes flashing.
But when I opened the door, you couldn't see a thing. The room was just full of smoke. And I tripped over one of the tutors because I didn't see. She screamed. I started pulling on this wire, and no one could see Kina. All they could see these two glowing eyes.
These red flashing
eyes coming through, and then it brushed some girl's leg. She started screaming, and the whole thing had to be aborted until we got all the smoke out of the room.
We also, the only illumination in there was an overhead projector showing the BBC's schematics of K9 on the wall as well. With a TARDIS console I'd fashioned out of cardboard and paper plates.
Brilliant.
In the style of a Colin Baker era TARDIS
just
interior.
Years ahead of your time.
Yeah. It was beautifully
that's conceptual art that urinates on Damien Hirst and brilliant. Tracy Emin from a great height. That's genius.
You've stumbled upon Creeping with Armstrong. Run for your lives.
Visit our website www.creepingwitharmstrong.co.uk. Talk about the show on our Facebook group. Just search for Creeping with Armstrong in the group section of the site. Subscribe and review us on iTunes. Search for Creeping with Armstrong on the iTunes store.
All right.
Good work, everyone.
Edit that down to 2 minutes.
Well, that was a bit
Intense.
intense, yes, and it's very hot in here. So
Yeah, it's really hot.
We'll see you all soon.
yeah. See you again, John.
And cheers, John. Thanks,
Thank you.
man.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Yes, good.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.